So today we're going to be taking a look at a fragrance from Creed. This one doesn't get very much talk. This one is overlooked a lot of times for a lot of their other popular ones. It's also a fairly new release. This one came out in 2015, but again, like I said, doesn't get talked about too often. This one, of course, is Creed Royal Mayfair. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you how this smells, how it performs, when you can wear it, things like that. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into the review. So talking about scent, how does this one smell? It's definitely different. This is not going to be a Creed for everyone. Generally speaking, a lot of them are mass pleasing and they do appeal to a lot of people. This one, on the other hand, is a little bit different in the fact that this one's quite a bit out of the ordinary in terms of a lot of their other releases, and even in terms of fragrances in general. This isn't something that you would smell very often. It's got pine, eucalyptus, rose, gin, and also some cedar wood. So right when I first spray this one on in the opening, what I get right away is that eucalyptus and that pine. That eucalyptus gives it a little bit of a medicinal type of smell, and the pine gives it like this pine needle smell, a little bit of a woody smell, and it's kind of an interesting mix. There's also some rose that comes up in this one as well. It's not too overdone or anything like that, but it is definitely prominent. In the dry down, that cedar wood and that pine is there, giving it a woody dry down, and that eucalyptus stays the same pretty much throughout the entire life of the fragrance. That's kind of one of those things where if you don't like that note, if you don't like that medicinal type of smell, you're probably not going to like this scent, because like I said, it pretty much stays with it throughout the whole life of the fragrance. Personally, for me, the opening can be a bit too much at times. Like I said, it's a very interesting mix, a very interesting combination of notes, and when you first spray it, everything is kind of coming at you all at once, and again, you do get that medicinal type of smell. So the opening, that's where it probably loses a lot of people. This is, one where if you get a sample of it for the first time and you spray it on your skin and you smell it right away, that's where a lot of people are probably going to scrub it off right away or write it off and say that they don't like it, because like I said, that opening is a bit much. However, in the dry down, that's when I like it a lot better. At that point, it is smoothed out quite a bit. That pine is still there, giving it that woody outdoors type of smell. The gin and the eucalyptus has settled down and mellowed out a little bit. Overall, it gives it a very classic scent, something that just smells very regal, smells very mature. It just overall smells really, really good. So this is actually a unisex fragrance. Personally, I would think that it would smell better on guys rather than girls. It does lean a little bit masculine to me. I don't really think I could picture this on too many women, but of course, if you are a woman and you want to wear this, you can if you want. There's no stopping you. I'm sure it would be great, but I think even though this is marketed as unisex, it smells better on guys. So like I said, the opening, that's really going to throw people off. If you are wanting to grab a sample and test this, you really need to let it dry down, and you need to wear it a few times before you fully, judge it, because like I said, that opening, it's going to be a little bit much, and it's going to put a lot of people off. Definitely put me off the first time. I was actually a little bit repulsed when I smelled this for the first time when I got a sample of it. I really wasn't fond of it at all, but I gave it some time, I gave it a few wearings, and now I ended up with a bottle. I actually got a really good deal on this 120 ml bottle. I ended up scooping it up off of eBay for like $98 or something like that, $95, $98 for a pretty much brand new tester bottle, which at that price, it's a steal. And if you look online, this is actually one of the cheaper Creeds that you can pick up right now at a lot of places in this 4-ounce bottle size, the 120 ml. Which is nice. Like I've said before, this 120 ml bottle is discontinued, so if you're wanting them, now's the time to get them. But like I said, this is one of the cheaper ones you can get right now. I don't think it's selling as good as Creed was expecting it to, and because of that, people are just trying to dump them for as much as they can sell them for, because it's not a very popular scent. It's nothing like Aventus, it's nothing like Millesima Imperial or Silver Mountain Water, where those are very mass pleasing and they fly off the shelves. This one, like I said, it's not for everyone, and it's not selling that much. So because of that, it's pretty easy to pick this one up for a really good price. With that being said though, I still wouldn't recommend that you blind buy this, even at that price, just because for a lot of people, it's not going to be their cup of tea. Like I said, it wasn't even really for me at first, but I have come to appreciate the scent. I really like the way it makes me feel when I smell it, and just the images in my head that I think of when I smell it. I really like the pine note in this. Just gives it a very outdoorsy feel, and it's something I really enjoy. So again, not going to be for everyone, but I do recommend, if you are kind of into this genre of fragrance, to at least sample it. So when can you wear Royal Mayfair? In my opinion, this could be pretty much an all year round scent. For any type of weather, pretty much all year round. I think it would work great. I would say though that it is probably suited more for the transitional season, so fall and spring, when it's kind of, you know, in the middle in terms of temperature, not too cold and not too hot, because I personally really wouldn't wear this when it's like 90 degrees in summer, but I also really wouldn't wear this when it's like, you know, below zero in the winter. So I would say in terms of temperatures and in terms of seasons, kind of right there in the middle, that mid-range temperature. Like I could see this working great on a day when it's like 50 degrees Fahrenheit outside and you're just going out, you know, doing whatever. I think this would work perfect for that. But, you know, too hot, I don't think it's going to work. And if it's too cold, I really don't think it would work that well either. With that being said though, I do think this could have the potential to be a signature scent. So because of that, you could wear it in, you know, in the summer, in the winter, all year round. I'm just kind of giving you what I think it's suited best for. So when could you wear this, for what situations? In my opinion, more of a dressed up informal scent. But like I said earlier, I think it could be a signature scent. I think this could be one that you wear to work and that you wear going out, you know, doing whatever, just as like a daily driver. I think it would work great for that. I don't see why not. Definitely more for maybe a more matured guy. I mean, if you're like 20 years old and you're looking for a signature scent, I would not choose this. Right here, I'm talking about guys that are maybe a little bit older. They're maybe a little bit wealthy, perhaps. They want to smell very sophisticated and very regal and classy, and they have some money to spend where they can afford to wear something like this every day, then I think it would work great for that. But otherwise, I would say more for formal situations and things like that. So how does this one perform? It performs really good on my skin. That's another plus about this scent. Again, like I've talked about before, most creeds, they aren't the best performing, so it is nice that this one does good. Longevity, I get about 8 hours or so, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, just depending on like my skin and, you know, the temperature and stuff like that. But generally speaking, it's about 8 hours on average. Projection, it does sit a little bit closer to the skin, kind of in the middle to slightly below average projection, which is perfectly fine for me because of this type of scent that it is. This isn't something that I would want to push out really far. It's definitely more of a reserve scent, something that should be discovered rather than announce itself, because it's really not that type of scent DNA. It is definitely something that's a little bit more refined, a little bit more classic, that you would want it to sit closer to your skin. So let's talk about compliment factor. Will this get you compliments? I would probably say more often than not, it's probably not going to get you that many compliments. Like I said, it depends on a number of things. It depends on the person wearing it, depends on the people around you, it depends on what type of situation you're wearing it in. It just depends on a lot. I would say if you're looking for something that is solely a compliment getter, a versatile, you know, compliment getting fragrance, this would not be the one that you would want to go with. There are plenty of other ones from Creed that would do that. This is definitely, in my opinion anyway, more of a personal scent. So I'm not going to wear this out to like a party or out somewhere expecting to get compliments. This is one that I'm probably going to wear when I'm like at my house, just around, you know, by myself or with family or friends or whatever, just something that I personally will enjoy, because like I said, it's not going to do that great in a situation where you may want to get a lot of positive attention. Of course, there's probably going to be someone in the comments saying that they get, you know, 20 compliments an hour with this scent and all that stuff, and that's great. I'm just saying from my experience and from, you know, how I can tell by how this scent is, it's not going to be the best compliment getter, and if you're looking for something like that, there are plenty of better options out there. So let's go and touch on price, even though I already did. Like I said, one of the cheaper creeds you can get right now, if you keep an eye out on eBay, if you keep an eye out on the Facebook groups, you should be able to pick up a 120 ml bottle for a really good price. So definitely do that. Of course, with eBay, watch out for fakes. I'm not telling you to shop on eBay. I'm just telling you that I've done it. That, you know, that's where I've bought most of my creeds from, because I'm smart about it and I do my research and I know what to look for. So guys, I think that's going to do it for this review. That is my take on Royal Mayfair by Creed. All in all, I enjoy the scent. Again, this is like what I've talked about before. Not necessarily one that I'm going to wear all that often, but I do really appreciate the scent. I really like it for what it is, and it is one that I will spray on from time to time just so I can personally enjoy it. I'm also glad to have it in the collection, just, you know, to have it, because pretty much have an entire Creed collection now aside from a few of them, so it is nice to have. So guys, let me know what your thoughts are on this fragrance down below. Definitely one of the more unique ones from Creed, very polarizing, so I'd be curious to know what you guys have to think about it. And that's going to do it for me. So if you guys enjoyed this review, don't forget to leave a like. Also don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I post. And that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.